Well, hello there. Forgive the petechia in my eye. I was sick over the weekend. And forced popped the vessel. It's going to heal on its own. But yes, Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, and Matt Booty came on and set the record straight. Yet said not much of anything. They left things mysterious. They left a lot of PlayStation fanboys hopeful. And either way, if you are Xbox fanboy, if you are a PlayStation fanboy, and you've been exposed today, your actions have exposed the Evelyn shit out of you. If you were like Colt Eastwood and you wanted to abandon ship and get on social media and cry like a little bitch before you knew the information was accurate or inaccurate, there's no backtracking that. There's no backtracking that. The only people that will probably still rock with you are people who just want to keep this senseless, stupid fucking war going. And unfortunately, that seems to be the case with a lot of people. So, yeah, let's scan through some things. I was on my way, I was out running errands, went to the doctors, went and did some food shopping again. And I just happen to hear people like Gamester talking and things of that nature, and I'm like, bruh. So let me share my screen with you for a moment. All right, everybody know who this guy is. All right, Marky, what you got to say? Now, keep in mind that this man says Starfield was trash. Let's keep in mind with that. We ain't gonna watch this whole thing in its entirety. We're gonna try to scan to the good parts.
What's up, gamers? Dreamcast Guy here, talking today about the Xbox business update because it has finally happened. After tons of rumors and speculation and leaks, Microsoft has officially come out and done a talk about the future of the company and the console, talking about exclusive games, how Game Pass is going to work going forward, and even some stuff about games that are coming to the PlayStation 5.
That's all they really care about. That's all he really care about. The stuff to go to PlayStation 5. So yeah,
Which honestly has me pretty excited. But
you see, that's my problem. Why is the stuff coming to PlayStation 5 excited when you are a Xbox fanboy? I mean, a PlayStation fanboy. Like, why are Xbox games exciting to you? Oh, we know why. Anybody, feel free to say Last of Us for the third time. We PlayStation 3, you get a version of Last of Us. PlayStation 4, you get a version of Last of Us. PlayStation 5, you get a version of Last of Us for $10 more. Like, does this make any sense to you? And the Insomniac leaks, everything has been revealed. Spider-Man is an expensive game to make. Why? Because the license costs them a shit ton of money to get it from Marvel. They might have the rights to it or the publishing rights or the movie rights is a different division. But game rights, they still got to pay buku for the license. It don't come with the movie rights. You know? So let's see what else you got to say. Let's see.
let's dig into it. So, first and foremost, this was the format. And I think it was, sir, this is
Let's get to it.
release dates and projects. It was very in depth. And a lot of it was about not just X. Now, a bunch of Xbox
Uh,
game was going to start to come to PlayStation, or
here we go.
maybe
Let's get to
Xbox
it.
would straight
Let's
up,
get to it.
maybe stop making consoles. It turns out that's definitely not the case. Now, this is a breakdown. I want to talk about it because this is
Right here. This is everything we need to know, people. Look, 4 games that are over a year old already. So last time I checked, Starfield and Indiana Jones are in a year old. And then they said no to Halo also. Hmm. And then look, Diablo 4 is coming to Game Pass in March. Which, if you are a Diablo fan, that's not my style of gaming. No disrespect. And then they said made with the long-term health of Xbox in mind. So you know what that sounds to me? It sounds to me like multiplayer games with microtransactions. I don't know if you're picking this up because I know I'm picking that up for the long-term health of Xbox, meaning the game, the monetization of it, they're going to be able to get residuals off of this because it has to be something like that nature. Because now let me ask this question because I'm rambling right now. If Dreamcast guy owns an Xbox, why is he excited to give PlayStation money for games that he already owned just because it's coming to PlayStation? See, you guys waste your money playing the same game. This leads back to me saying PS3 Last of Us, PS4 Last of Us, PS5 Last of Us. You, you don't want to step out of your comfort zones. A lot of the PlayStation fanboys don't want to step out of their comfort zones. Somebody in the comment section, please tell me that shit doesn't make any sense to you that you will, if you have a well-working version of the game that's running on current gen hardware for Xbox, would you pay another $60 to $70 to play the exact same game because it's coming to your box of preference? Answer that question for me. Somebody fucking answer that question. And look at his face, man. And then let's say first party games will continue to come to Game Pass day one. And Game Pass also, they say, is not going to no other format. And truth be told, they don't want it. Like PlayStation denied it because Xbox would have did it. But it's other people that can tell you more in depth about that. Now, see, invested in next gen roadmap focused on delivering the largest technical leap that you have seen in hardware generation. That's going to cost a lot of money. I don't know if you Xbox fanboys realize this. This right here is going to cost you a pretty penny. Now, if I see the Xbox Next or whatever they're going to call it be $700 or better, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. That's how I feel. Don't be shocked.
This entire thing was strange to me. I'm very optimistic because it does sound like Xbox is just not making enough money.
I know you're white, Dreamcast, but I have to say this, nigga, bruh, are you fucking kidding me? This is the shit that these are the lies that infuriate the shit out of me. They just spent 70 how much billion they bought Activision Blizzard with and they already made it back. They have 34 million Game Pass subscribers, which brings them somewhere between 300 to 500 million dollars monthly. Are you fucking joking with me? How could you people who follow him, how could you let him lie like this? How could you fucking let him lie like this? Yo, he lies so goddamn much. So much.
It seems like perhaps Microsoft is annoyed that they spent, hundreds of billions of
How the fuck did they go from a 2 trillion company to a 3 trillion company? Some please somebody with some sense. Let's go in the comment section, please. Let's see. Let's see. This is true. It's hard to believe that we're approaching next generation hardware. I don't even remember that many games. That is true. And they are already saying that they are in their final cycle with PlayStation 5. It's official. It's officially said by PlayStation. I'm not making this up. I'm not going to steer you wrong. I'm not going to lie. about that. They said it themselves. They cut production of PlayStation 5s because despite them selling way more than Xbox Series X, they didn't sell enough to meet deadline. So they cut in production down. And could that be because there's not many first party games to play? Interesting. Anyway. Yo, let's look at this one right here. If you ever doubt yourself, just remember Dreamcast Guy capped for Quantum Error because it was a PlayStation 5 exclusive. The North remembers Dreamcast Guy. The North remembers. Let's see what people said. That was funny. People left them. Yep. See, nobody's defending you. You capped for a asset flip of a game that took assets that were already pre-installed and just added them. Somebody said, not sure what the problem is, Dreamcast. It's for 4 lower profile games. They're testing the waters to see if they might go further, but I don't see anything to freak out about. Forecast for this year see lower hardware sales, so they need to make it up in software sales. Somebody said, nice clickbait. This is all he does is clickbait. This is all he do is fucking clickbait. This is all. This is your man. Is this your king? Like Killmonger said, fanboys, is this your king? Ponies, is this your king? Damn, Marky, you just stay lying. Let's hear it again. Let's hear him tell a lie again.
Now, maybe stop making consoles. It turns out that's definitely not the case. Now, this is a breakdown. I want to talk about it because this entire thing was strange to me. I'm very optimistic because it does sound like Xbox is just not making enough money. It
Oh, God. You know what? I know just what I want to do. I know just what I want to do. You see, when I hear people say stupid shit like this is what I feel like doing, y'all. It's just right through the screen. If I can do like Bill Cosby and Ghost Dad and go through the phone and like, put the bitch on the phone. No. I just dated myself if you don't know what Ghost Dad is. Anyway. Oh, God damn it. Let's finish.
it seems like perhaps Microsoft is annoyed that they spent, hundreds of billions of dollars buying stuff like Bethesda and Activision Blizzard, and they want to try and find a way to make that money back.
Like I said, they went from a $2 trillion company overall to a $3 trillion company, and Xbox plays a significant role in that besides Windows and other formats and things of that nature. Otherwise, they would have cut the purse strings and told them sorry, no. What a fucking liar.
So here's the dealio. They opened up by confirming that 4 Xbox first party games are coming to other platforms. Now, they said there will be no change to exclusivity in our strategy. So they said this specifically, Starfield and Indiana Jones are not coming to the PlayStation 5. Now, admittedly, as a person that loves collecting trophies on my PlayStation 5,
But you said Starfield was trash when it was just Xbox and PC. And you was looking forward to playing Starfield. These fuckers just keep exposing themselves. Their hypocrisy just slips out.
I've got an Xbox. I beat Starfield on my Xbox, but
He didn't beat Starfield. Why are you lying? Griffin Gaming already exposed you for lying. There's a lot of games you haven't beaten.
I will admit I was excited to possibly play these games on my PlayStation 5 and try and platinum them.
We've
Oh God, this dude doesn't. He's one of the most habitual liars I've ever heard.
Even though I don't really like Starfield, it would have been cool to pop some trophies and
It gets worse. You said you don't really like the game, but you were ready to spend $60 to $70 for a PS5 version of Starfield. This is why PlayStation can't make money. And this is why they can't move forward. Helldivers. Let's not forget who kept that game from being almost a complete wash. The PC fan base kept that game from being a complete wash. Is anyone talking about Phone Stars? Huh? Y'all seem to talk so much about Xbox that I don't need to go to an Xbox centric channel to hear about Xbox. All I gotta hear is how upset you are, or how much of an effort you're gonna make to smear the name of Xbox. And this is not me being pro Xbox. This is me being anti-hypocrite. This is anti-hypocrite. The fuck? I own the PlayStation 5, and the thing is, to be honest with you, I don't want they still charging. If you are a member of the PlayStation Premium, they still charge you $10 to play Spider-Man, the first one, upgraded. Does that make any fucking sense to you? You damn right he fake, man. What? Hey, it's Hound, everybody. He fake. Fucking phonies, man.
buy that game again. But here's this. We made these decisions.
So you bought it on Xbox Series X, said you didn't like it, but yet you was gonna buy it again and platinum it on PlayStation 5. So somebody, please. I'm like Bryson Tiller. I'm not understanding the logic. I don't. What? Fuck. Don't.
For the long term health of Xbox in mind and reaching more players.
Yes, they're gonna take games that more than likely have expired, they shelf life or they maximum value have expired on the Xbox platform. So now they're gonna breathe second long life into its lungs on a PlayStation. That's what they're gonna do. Okay? But they still are going to be in the console business. And if you think Phil Spencer is going to give his competition everything so no one would even fathom buying an Xbox, you are sadly fucking mistaken. Oh man, you
Now, they specifically talked in here as vaguely as possible. A lot of people are just basically joking about the fact that they still will not say what the games are. They just said, hey, 4 games that
they done gave Phil Spencer and Xbox done gave you guys hope. And you know what? It's free advertisement because they're gonna live rent free in your brain until the next video they drop or whatever summit this was or whatever the hell they called it. They're gonna live rent free in the pony brains for that continued amount of time. What's up, man? They're gonna live rent free. This is what's gonna happen. You think they don't know what they're doing? If they put out all the cards on the table at the beginning of the year, come on. They need to keep intrigued. This is business 101. This is marketing 101. Fuck. Sorry, you didn't hear what you want to hear. And now you're playing damage control. And he's not the only one.
That our Xbox exclusives are going to be coming to non Xbox consoles. They're obviously being stupid. It's pretty obvious that the games are going to be Hi Fi Rush, Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded. Basically,
Hi-Fi Rush will be on the Switch more than likely. Or it might be on both. It's a one-player game, campaign game. This should be right up the Nintendo fan base. They like games like this. I like games like that. Who doesn't? But this should be right up the alley of the PlayStation fanboys too. So nobody know you. Everybody know y'all don't play multiplayer beyond. I mean, first party multiplayer. You don't do that. You rely on Activision. You rely on Fortnite, and yeah. Now that Microsoft gets a bigger cut of the Call of Duty profit, all of a sudden, and it's owned by Microsoft, all of a sudden, y'all were trashing it for the things y'all were letting it slide for the last few years. And nobody and people say the Xbox tax isn't real. Get the fuck out of here. Sea of Thieves been out since the Xbox One days. One days. Grounded. Xbox One days. Pentiment. Not too sure about the game. Let's look up Pentiment. Ah, Pentiment for Windows. It's an Obsidian game. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, what's the fuss? This is it? That's it? Oh man. If these are the games. Yes. Okay. Now, I didn't hear them say that. But if you want this as fanboys who are begging the company you talk about like a dog, if you want the company you talk about like a dog to put out more games for you, which is a mind fuck on its own, you have to support these. If you don't support these, this right here doesn't, you won't, this won't happen. So it's a paradox, people. They can take a rush on these. I mean, a rush. I'm looking at this. They could take a risk on these, putting them out there because these games are pretty much have done what they needed to do. So now, what's going to happen? Are you going to get embedded with the enemy, but yet still talk about them? What's going to happen? The future of your channels are going to have to fucking change. If you're here like this guy and you were looking forward to playing Xbox games through your PS5, can you make a pro PlayStation channel? Dirk Griggity said he wouldn't been able to really make his channel would have been dead if it'd been Indiana Jones, Hellblade, Starfield, Halo. No, like he said, they're not interrupting the flow and the roadmap. They just breathe in second life into these games. But go on.
Phil Spencer, his stupid, pointless hints were that it was going to be live service games that need to reach a bigger audience, that are over 2 years old.
These are live service games. You fucking clown. These two are live service games. They're online games. Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so that's definitely Sea of Thieves. That's definitely grounded.
Thank
So
you.
these games to me, I never played a second of Pentiment. I heard it was a very good game. I think it's interesting that they're clearly trying to find a way to get extra cash.
So let me explain something to you, Dreamcast. I'm just fumbling over my words tonight. Just because a company is looking to get extra cash doesn't mean that they're not making money. That means they want to make more. What are they in business for? Somebody please, besides Hound, tell me what are these game companies are in business for if they don't want to make money? Like besides making money. Yes, people will say it's to put out their art, but we all know it's intellectual property, because if they cared about the integrity of the gaming arts, Shinji Mikami would still be making hand over fist for Resident Evil, even though he no longer works for Capcom. Why? Because he created Resident Evil. He took a genre that was just burgeoning, like survival horror, Alone in the Dark. He took the camera angle aspect from that. Hell, he wanted to do first person to look like originally, but they just weren't ready for that. Yeah, but according to the Sony ponies, they was making fun of Sea of Thieves. But they when they can't when they can't play it, they hate it. That's the problem with me. My problem with PlayStation fanboys. And like I said, the exposure happened today for the fake Xbox fanboys and for the PlayStation fanboys. The exposure happened today. Like it was confirmed. Those who abandoned ship because they thought Xbox was leaving and going fully third party, you've been exposed. You didn't hold the line. And for the PS5 ponies, you guys just showed your hand. You got terrible poker face. We all know by your constant bad mouthing and your constant obsession with Xbox, we just know y'all were itching and fiending and ready to suck some green D for some Xbox games. But I digress.
Beyond just the scope of Game Pass. They want to try and find a way to sell games to gamers. And let's face it, the freaking Nintendo Switch, I think, has sold 150 million consoles. I think they're up to 56 million PlayStation 5 sold. It's pretty clear that the whole strategy here is the idea of, okay, how can we get this huge untapped market to fork over cash to us?
Duh! Duh! Does that sound outlandish to you that they're looking to maximize profits? Like I just said a few minutes ago, you're in the business to make money. Yes, Nintendo has sold shitloads of Switches and they making profit on those. PlayStation, not as much profit because they using newer technology. Nintendo's using older technology. And that's why the console's underpowered. The Nintendo Switch is tactically underpowered so they can spend less on it and only focus on giving you quality first party games. with double A budgets, but have the caliber of triple A within the standards of Nintendo. Like, come on, man. It's easy.
for the games we already made, which I can't really blame them. That's definitely a smart move. Now, here's something I'm personally
Thank
happy
you.
about. I'm obsessed with Diablo 4. I've got my big old Diablo 4 tattoo. I have actually 500 hours in Diablo 4 just on PS5.
Cap. He probably do got a lot of hours. I don't play Diablo. I give a rat's ass, but this dude, he be capping hard.
That's coming to Game Pass on March 28th. Hell yes. Diablo 4 is so fun. Play that on Game Pass. It does have cross save, cross progression. I'm going to install it on my Game Pass just so I have another reason, another spot to play it.
I'm genuinely shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. So, but I'm confused at the same time. You're telling me that you're gonna install it, you're gonna play it on Game Pass, but you don't want to play in complete Starfield, but you were looking forward to spending almost $70 to get Starfield if it came out for PlayStation 5 and actually platinum it. You said it yourself on this channel. Sorry, I'm just analyzing. That's why I'm not looking at the camera. What the fuck? Oh man.
Okay, first party games will continue to come to Game Pass on day one. So, one of the leaks that clearly they're trying to put to bed is that there apparently was this rumor that somebody may start to charge $60 for their game up front, whether it is Bethesda or Activision Blizzard. There was talks that certain games that currently are slated to go to Game Pass maybe would have an upfront cost even on the Xbox. They have completely killed that rumor and said, no,
And they ran with it. People like him ran with that rumor. They ran with that rumor. Why? Because it makes Sony look bad. I mean, it makes Xbox look bad. And it takes away from the fact that Sony has no games in 2024 and 2025. You see through people like this.
nope, everything is coming to Xbox Game Pass that was already coming to Game Pass. They said Xbox Game Pass will only live on Xbox. So it sounds like there's no rumors of them trying to bring Game Pass to PS5 or Nintendo Switch, which there were actually a ton of rumors a couple years ago about maybe some sort of Xbox partnership. Maybe Microsoft gets Game Pass on Nintendo.
Now, I don't take credit for what I'm about to explain. I give all of this to Gamester. Gamester said it. Sony would never allow that to happen. You know why? Because if they do, it's pretty much Sony signing their own death warrant. It's pretty much Sony signing their own death warrant. They have no AAA first party games coming in the next 2 years. And if they let Xbox onto their format and people are buying PlayStations to play Xbox games, it's over for Sony. Sony knows better.
Switch. Apparently, that's dead. So here's the part
Stop
that's actually
spitting
the
on the
most
microphone.
curious to me. Exciting stuff about Xbox hardware coming up this holiday. So there was this tweet that they said, hey, Xbox is going to continue to be our flagship experience for console players, and we'll have more to share for you this.
Now, before he says what he said, because this is my first time watching this video along with you guys. Now, if Xbox is not going to do a revised design, because they said they're not doing a mid-gen refresh, but if they do a revision, this is probably what they're going to announce. Or they might be crazy and go with that rumored portable device to compete with the Asus ROG Ally and the Steam Deck, which I don't, I don't, I ain't holding my breath for that. I'm going more towards a generation revision in design. Hell, they might add more memory to it internally. Who knows? Who knows?
this holiday season. So I can't show it to you, but they already leaked the console during the
See?
Activision Blizzard FTC case. One of the Xbox lawyers attached a bunch of top secret documents that were unencrypted. It was a whole mess, but a bunch of top secret Xbox stuff that's not like super vital got leaked out. And one of them was this new console. It's like a little cylinder. It's a more streaming focused device, a pure.
All right, let me find the picture of it. He say he can't show it. Let's see if we can find it. Because we all know about this. If you are a fan of video games, you know about this. Huh. Let's see. Let's see something, if we can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Maybe they took it from off the internet. Maybe they took it off the internet. As a matter of fact, this won't help me. Let's go. Oh, this guy, we're going to get to him later. All right, so now let's go to Google. Because I hate the Norton search. Let's go to Google. Let's go to Google search engine. Let's see. Let's go to images. Here we go. This thing here. This is what he's talking about right here. Brooklyn. Right here. The refresh. That is all streaming. No this. This is what he's talking about. This. We already know that. You already seen this already. You got the USB-C port right there. You got I forgot what that port is right there. They're not doing a pro system. They're not going to do a pro system, people. They are adamant on that. I'd be shocked if that happens. But that's what he's talking about.
Purely digital Xbox that relies a lot on cloud. I still want to see it. Obviously, that was a CGI mock-up. I want to see the actual console itself. Here's the thing, though. I'm still curious because it sounds like Xbox is not trying to make an Xbox Pro, whereas PlayStation, there's rumors that they're about to make a PlayStation.
And I say, why would you do that, Sony? Why would you make a pro when there's nothing to be pro about? Are we pro software? Apparently not, because you're relying on third party, and the fanboys they were hopelessly hopeful for what Xbox was going to bring to them. There's nothing to play besides the new Final Fantasy VII, which will only be exclusive to May 29th of this year. And conveniently, Phil Spencer and Square Enix are buddy now. So we're looking at a PC version at least. So they know. The ponies know. And Sony knows too. Is there really a reason to bring out a pro one? And let me ask you this. If you got a PlayStation 5 like me sitting over there that's not getting the burn it should be getting, because there should be a lot of good Sony games out to play, are you going to spend money to replace a console that you barely played? Or you need to collect them all? See, people don't understand. I bought a Series S only because I couldn't get my hands on X. but there is a hardware difference. It's a difference in power. There's a difference in disk drive. PlayStation Slim and standard, there's no difference. Oh, it is the disk drive. You gotta pay more now if you want to add the disk drive to it. But that take away from I don't fucking know anymore. It's too confusing. It's too stupid. It's just foolish shit. PlayStation fanboys, you're spending too much money and you don't have games to play like you should. You're spending too much money and you have no games to play. Sorry. You can say the same thing about Xbox. There's nothing really new to play on it yet. What we got is this roadmap this year, and if you are a Game Pass member, you got Game Pass games. And Resident Evil 3 remake just came to Game Pass. I just saw it. It just came today to Game Pass. So if you are a Resident Evil fan, it joins not PlayStation. It joins Resident Evil 2 remake there on Game Pass. Play it while you can before it leaves Game Pass. Enjoy.
PlayStation 5 Pro. So I'm going to be curious to see if PlayStation starts to get even more far ahead in general with console sales. Currently, the PlayStation 5 is outselling the Xbox 2-1 in most regions, 3-1 in certain regions. They are invested.
And they have no games. See? And they still fell short. It's funny that they still fell short. Outselling Xbox 2-1, 3-1 in certain regions, they still fell short of their goals. But somebody be like, well, they still sell more than the Xbox. But there's no games. There's no new games to play. All you're gonna get is remastered Spider-Man 2 DLC, and third-party games. Y'all better hold on to Stellar Blade. And see, I don't hate because if I want to play Stellar Blade, which is pretty much near Automata, I can just buy it on PlayStation 5. I'm not gonna sit here and be a Xbox fanboy. I want it to come to Xbox. I ain't gonna be like that dude, Kareem so and so. He spelled his name exactly the same way as mine, and he got roasted and ratioed hard here on YouTube for trying to put out a video trying to smear the whole image of that game. And then you went and found the most repulsive black feminist I've seen in a long time. She's like that Planned Parenthood big bitch from Planned Parenthood that did the video about virginity is only a construct. The fuck out. See, you wonder why my black ass is single. But that's a topic for the Furious Hounds podcast. Let's move on.
In the next gen roadmap, focused on delivering the largest technical leap that you've ever seen in a hardware generation. So, this is also one of the talks. People have kind of been talking about the idea that, right?
Talking. Okay. Okay, enough. I'll get back to it.
Right now, Sony admits the fact that there is already coming up on the end of the PS5. The PS5 is in the latter half of its life cycle.
Yes, regarding the PS5 hardware, which will enter its 5th year since launch, partially due to its entering the latter half of the console cycle, we aim to optimize sales. Y'all need games. We need a roadmap. We need games on PlayStation 5. I'm tired of talking about how you guys just are porting things over and charging people $10 extra. Like, come on, man. I need games. Y'all can say what y'all want about Game Pass and the Xbox lineup, but at least they got filler. They got filler. They got something to keep you occupied. They got a list of games that you can try. You could take a shot in the dark at an indie game that you wouldn't have even looked at twice because now it's part of the service and might fall in love with the goddamn game. The, the options are there.
Meaning that most consoles last about 4 years, 6 years. We're now about to be the
How long did Xbox 360 and PS3 last? They lasted a long time. The more these generations move on, the less the lifespan's getting.
fourth year of the PlayStation 5. So they're saying if this console lasts 6 years, that means they're already probably preparing for the PlayStation 6. This whole thing ended with them basically saying, like, hey, okay, what comes next? What is Xbox after Xbox? And it sounds like they are basically confirming, yes, you will have a new Xbox console to play. The same way that we're going to have a PlayStation 6, there will be.
I don't know about that, man. I really don't know about that. I really don't know, and I'm not being a hater. I really don't know. My thing is, if Sony is pinching pennies like this, they're gonna have to change some things. They're gonna have to stop making so many high budget AAA games. Sean Layden warned them. And we bring up Sean Layden's name or not because when he was in Jim Ryan's position, he said basically what Sony wanted him to say, that narrative games like they make is their bread and butter and they're not going to shy away from it. But when he left on exit, he said this is not sustainable. That was corporate Sean Layden, and then you got real Sean Layden. You got that. So if these games don't turn over significant profits, they're not going to be able to really fund the future the way they want to and make that technological leap that these guys who are now a $3 trillion company overall, Microsoft, are saying they're going to make. I believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it.
A new Xbox. To me, I think that's promising. This entire thing, I got to admit, I went into this with incredibly low expectations.
See, like he said, it's promising. A singer that I love a lot, Adriana Evans, made a song called "Seeing Is Believing." You know that seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Yeah, I believe that when I see it, and I'm not holding my breath. I'm just keep it funky.
I 100% believed a lot of the leaks about the fact that Xbox was going to start putting everything on PlayStation.
You see how easy he wanted to believe it? Because they know there's nothing. There's really nothing. They have no faith in Helldivers and Foam Stars. That's out of their comfort zone. They spent so many years building up that pride, that PlayStation pride. They can't take an L. And right now, Sony is just taking L's. But people like him will defend it to the end. They will die on a hill.
Maybe with like a 6 month delay or a 1 year delay. It sounds like only older stuff is going to get brought over. But to me, this is still cool. As a trophy hunter, as a person with 800 PlayStation 5 games who just uses his Xbox as a Game Pass.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What he's saying?
As a trophy hunter, as a person with 800 PlayStation 5 games who just uses his.
Did he say he got 800 PlayStation 4 games? T- tell me. Ouch.
We've
Wow. Wow. The lies are endless, bro. Wow.
This Xbox as a Game Pass machine, it's cool that they're going to try and take some stuff and bring it over to the PlayStation 5. So let me end with this. PlayStation gamers, Nintendo Switch gamers, I've talked about this in the past, but vote with your wallet is a double edged sword. That means don't buy the games that you think suck, but you also need to purchase the cool stuff you actually want to support. If these games come to PlayStation 5 or if they come to Nintendo Switch and they actually look good, be sure to buy them. Show Microsoft that this was a good choice. Personally, there's
Exactly. It's a paradox we call reality. Well, keeping the real will make you a casualty of abnormal normality. Hey, what's going on, Kid Gravity? Look at that. Look, people. You got grown ass men like him saying vote with your wallet, and they know the only way they're going to get games this coming generation is to fund the enemy. Okay? It's like Ukraine, the video game version of the Ukraine situation. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. You can't.
a lot of like rumors and stuff that apparently they're talking about bringing Gears of War or even Halo over to freaking PlayStation 5. I'm going to buy the hell. I am obsessed with Gears of War. If they
Bruh. You have a Xbox Series X, which you admitted to, and you're telling me you're going to spend more money to buy Gears of War and Halo, possibly, if they did come out for PlayStation 5, you're going to spend more money to play them just because they on PlayStation 5 when you can pay $10 to $15 a month currently and play those same games through Xbox on Game Pass. Somebody please make sense of this whole situation. As gamers, please make sense of this whole situation because it don't make any sense. How you doing, Kid Gravity? Thank you, man. Bruh, you gotta be joking. You gotta be joking, man. You gotta be kidding me. Let's continue on. It's almost over.
bring the Gears of War, especially the first three, over to freaking PlayStation 5, I'm going to buy the hell out of that. Even if they just bring the multiplayer to Halo Infinite, I would definitely buy that and play that on the freaking PlayStation 5. But as it currently stands, I think this was a very good update. It actually made me, as a guy who owns an Xbox, excited to see what stuff they're attempting to do. It sounds like they're in pretty good shape despite some of the spooky, scary leaks.
This dude stays contradicting himself. Didn't he say early in the video that they look like they spent too much money and they need to make money? Microsoft's not making enough money. But then he said they look like they're in really good shape. Hmm. Hmm.
And rumors that have been coming out. Now, if eventually Starfield comes to the PlayStation 5, I'll probably buy it and play it again. Hopefully, it is got some DLC and some fun included by the time that releases. But
Yeah, I'm like, I'm like Trey and Boys in the Hood throwing punches in his room right now. Like Pusha T said, throwing punches in his room. If he cries, he cries. The fuck?
But what do you guys think about the entirety of Xbox as it currently exists? Are you even caring about Xbox? Are you just playing freaking Helldivers all day like I am on the PlayStation 5?
You are not playing Helldivers. You spend too much time talking about fucking Xbox on the PlayStation centric channel. Helldivers, my ass. Oh, we all know the PC players are playing that and keeping that game alive.
Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to keep dreaming.
Damn. Okay, now let's go to MBG. Now, he spent 7 hours. This thing was 22 minutes long. We are not going through all of this. He spent 7 hours. Let's try to get to the good stuff.
It's just so. I apologize. I will say this too, with the Call of Duty player base. I don't know if it's going to be out in William.
He went on longer
in May, and 15 members on the day. So guys, we are already Helldivers 2. No, stratagem, and so there is a work. Have a good day. Well,
talks.
And William. 4 to 5 minutes acknowledging these are rumors. These are not real yet. We have to see if they're going to be real, but there's clearly a lot of smoke here and everybody's just waiting to see the fire.
All right.
That's it's a fair question. And
live.
I would say for some people,
he spent
yeah,
3
absolutely.
hours prior
but
to the whole
I would
thing.
argue that those people don't care. Just a second here.
Fucking hell.
For some reason, it's crapping out on me.
Xbox means a growing platform, our games performing, building across our studios, regardless of size. And as they've realized their full potential on
audiences, how does that apply to future titles and how you're applying that criteria there?
Yeah, there's really no fundamental change to how we think about exclusivity. We just came out of Developer Direct, which was an awesome show,
look at
where we showed great games that are coming to Xbox and PC.
Answer the questions, man.
Something that we as first party get such a good benefit from being so close.
Look at this dude's gums, bro. Look at that. Look at those. Damn, I wish I had a dolphin noisemaker right now. He got dolphin teeth, bro. Dolphin teeth.
Close to the platform.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things, like you said, all of our games are always in Game Pass. And so I'm excited to announce, with the coming together that we had with Activision Blizzard King, that Activision and Blizzard games are coming to Game Pass, starting with Diablo 4 on March 28th, which I'm super, super excited to share today. And it's all part of our commitment.
Let's go back further.
Or just other games like that
This
in our
is
portfolio.
like, dude, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be,
and
bro.
we can grow our business, invest in them.
So Sea of Thieves for sure,
and great for the community. So I won't be talking about the titles specifically, but I think
yes, this is the part here where Phil Spencer reveals that the 4 games are not Indiana Jones, Starfield, and Halo and shit. Just watch.
when they come out, it'll make sense.
Can we say if either of those titles are Starfield or Indiana Jones?
They are not Starfield or Indiana Jones.
Well, what was the criteria?
Look at his face. Look at his fucking face. Anyway.
Criteria and how the team was thinking about selecting those 4 titles?
Let me start a little bit outside of that, and then I'll get to
this.
the
Dude,
4
this
specific
is
games that we're talking
ridiculous.
about, right?
Oh shit! We seeing the seething happen in real time. I know this happened hours ago, but we're looking at the seething happening right now, y'all. Right now. Salty in the fan and people look, all the PlayStation look, this is garbage. Wow, what a joke this is, because you didn't hear what you wanted to hear. all bitch made, bro. Do like a real gamer does. If you want to play games that you like and they're exclusive to a different format, buy the platform. Stop being a bitch. I'm gonna tell you this now. Building this PC was a somewhat expensive process, but I put aside money for this. My credit was good or decent, and I was able to pay this off. As I built it myself, but I bought the parts doing that, and I paid it off. Why? Because I put the work in. I didn't complain about it. I put the work in. Fought like hell to finally get through to get a PlayStation 5. And that $500 is because I put the work in. Couldn't find the Series X. Found one. Bought a Nintendo Switch. And there's things that I like and hate about all three of those platforms. And I still bought them because there's things that I like more than hate. But you want to know what I don't like? Fanboys like this who do nothing but misinform and slander because they didn't get what they wanted. But you hate Xbox, right? You hate it, right? So what are we doing here?
Right now,
We're not even
'cause
5 minutes
the
in.
fundamental decision driver for any decision that we make, anything we're going to talk about today, is the long-term health of Xbox. That we're running a growing platform that is reaching more players, that our games are having as much success as possible. And I do have a fundamental belief that over the next 5 or 10 years, exclusive games that are exclusive
Here we
to
go.
one piece of
Here
hardware
we go.
are going to be a smaller and smaller part of the game industry. And that's
He's right. That's what we're moving to now. That is what we're moving to now. Yep. So who's shocked here? There's a difference between being shocked and being just plain old delusional.
not some great insight, because if you look at the
He's
last
probably
10
right.
years and what the biggest games are today, it's a natural
probably right.
place. Whether it's one console and PC, multiple consoles, mobile console and PC, you see big games landing on multiple platforms. And we want to be a great platform for creators that are trying to realize that potential. But now back to the specifics of the question on these four specific titles. We looked at games that are over a year old. So they've been on Xbox and PC for a while. A couple of the games are community-driven games, new games that kind of first iterations of a franchise that have reached their full potential, I'd say, on Xbox and PC. There's always growth.
The fucking PlayStation fanboys, the ponies in here, are not happy and not happy. But y'all hate Xbox, right? Stupidity. I swear. This is grown men.
Franchises that we obviously want to continue to invest in.
Oh my God.
Part of having the ability to continue to invest is that the businesses behind those franchises continue. We think it's important that these service-based games that have communities behind them, that they can have confidence that they're going to exist in the future. So two of them, kind of community-driven games that will end up on other platforms.
Like we saw, more than likely, Sea of Thieves and Grounded.
And give us the ability to continue to invest in them. We
So
think
Sea
that's
of
great
Thieves
for
for
the business
sure.
and great for the communities, more players to play with.
Years?
I'd say two of the
Halo?
other games are smaller games that were
Hi-Fi
never
Rush?
really meant to be built
Pentiment?
as kind of platform exclusives and all the fanfare that goes around that. But games that our teams really wanted to go build, that we love supporting creative endeavors across our studios, regardless of size. And as they've realized their full potential on Xbox and PC, we see an opportunity to utilize the other platforms
Oh man.
as a place to just
This
drive
is
more business value
It's-
out of those games.
His soul is crushed right now. You got nothing to brag about now. You really got nothing to brag about. Nothing to brag about, yeah.
Games allowing us to invest in maybe future iterations of those, so sequels to those, or just other games like that
This
in our
is like,
portfolio.
dude, this is
And when we don't
exactly what I
damage
thought it was
Xbox
going to be,
and we
bro.
can grow our business
Oh,
using what
man.
other platforms have, and
The damage
to
control is
help us
through
with
the
that,
fucking roof.
Wow. One of the biggest damage controllers is talking about damage control. Let's move forward.
Answer
And
the
I think
questions,
it's
man.
something that we as first party get such a good benefit from being so close to the platform.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things, like you said, all of our games are always in Game Pass. And so I'm excited to
Playing on multiple devices. That is the
an industry, the industry will struggle. And today,
Pocket Pair was able to have this outsized
was getting to stand on stage when we announced
Really?
back compat
Yes, Phil.
coming to Xbox One. Like, it was fantastic.
Tell me
People were
about how
reading
you're
the title
going
properly
digital.
before I could read it. I'm a slow reader, and just feeling the energy in the auditorium as we were saying that.
Let's get
Continue
to
to
it.
come to Xbox.
Think anything of it. Just listen to me. It is disturbing how
This is the damage control, the seething. Just let's go on a ride here, people.
I really thought, see, this is where I have the problem of giving Microsoft the benefit of the doubt. I thought they're just going to give it to us straight, right? Like, you just the rumor mill and the leaks like basically destroyed the fan base. So if there was ever a time to just rip the fucking Band-Aid off and just say what you need to say. Instead, we got 22 minutes.
They didn't respond to the rumors because the rumors weren't true. Fully true about Halo Xbox. I mean, Halo, Starfield, and what's the other game? Indiana Jones. That wasn't true. Them going third party wasn't true. What was true is that they were porting games over, but not the games you thought they were going to be. Why are they going to sit there and talk about it and damage control it? There's nothing to really discuss but to bring clarity to the situation on their terms, not on your punk ass terms. Because you claim to despise the format and the platform, but yet you can't stop talking about it. You're another one who can't stop talking about this shit. So they don't owe you and your ilk a fucking explanation. They don't owe me an explanation. They don't owe Xbox fanboys an explanation until they feel damn good and ready. They just don't. It's business. You've been talking about them for the last few weeks. Everybody, good or bad. But everybody tuned in to see what was going to happen. Some people got exposed for being fake fans because they didn't, like many said, y'all didn't hold the line. Y'all heard rumors and y'all ran away with them. And now we got people like him saying, well, this is just them. They just saying this because they weren't, the reaction was negative. They just spent billions of dollars acquiring different companies. You really think they're not going to stay, that they're not going to push that? You think they're just going to buy it just to put it on other things? No, it flows through them first. They spent billions, so these games flow through them first. And then y'all get it later as PlayStation, Nintendo fans. Y'all get it later on, possibly, if you support it. See, that's the paradox right there. That's the double-edged sword. Are you going to support it? Because you're not going to support it because it's a Xbox game. So guess what? They go to okay, we got no reason to put it on PlayStation format or the Nintendo format. Fuck it. We just going to keep it exclusive. Either way, they win. If they make money, extra money, putting it on your platforms, they win. If they are able to keep it exclusive and channel it through Game Pass, they still win. This is just, it's common sense. Microsoft played chess. They've been playing chess. They've been playing chess. Let's see how far this game goes, though.
Of the most fucking marketing PR spinning I've ever seen in my life.
Bruh, this is what companies do. They're supposed to market. And they do it the right way. They don't just put out a VR headset for $550 and say buy it because it's PlayStation, even though there's no games for it, or spit in the face of PS Vita fans and say, hey, this is the PSP, the PS Portable now. They use the damn acronym of PSP to spit in PlayStation fans' faces and give you a tether device that is only worth going to the bathroom to take a shit and play. Outside your house, you get little to no reception if you do. Like, come on, man. This like what are we doing?
It is actually difficult to sit through that. These three people,
You sat there for 3 fucking hours prior to this situation and ran your mouth another 3.5 hours after. You have nothing to complain about. This is what you do all the time. That's why I know most of your fan base are incels. Y'all got nothing else to do. I went to the doctor. I ran errands to shop and get me food. So I didn't call up Uber Eats. I meal prep food. I'm pretty good at that. Maybe if y'all did that and got off your asses, or maybe if you gamed more and talked less. You know what? Let me see what else he's talking about.
that just talked were told to say they were told by their marketing team, you say these words and these words exactly.
Again, you know what? I don't see what's the problem with this.
There's nothing wrong with what they're doing here. Like, there's nothing wrong with what they're doing. It's just, I'm so over the PR bullshit, dude. Like, I am seriously appalled at, like, what the fuck are these people even saying? They're like fucking robots. They got Microsoft.
Let's read the comment section. Of course, a Mexican would say some shit like this. Who cares about Diablo 4? El Diablo. No one. Xbox is trash. See, this is the coping. This is the coping. A lot of people care about Diablo 4. It ain't the best Diablo, but now they get a chance. The Xbox fans get a chance to play it in Game Pass March 28th. And then that's just the beginning of the game starting. They say starting to come to Game Pass. What else is coming to Game Pass through Activision Blizzard? Of course, they're not going to tell you everything. They want you to watch the next one and be intrigued and think about it. I said that through the when we went through the Dreamcast guy video a while ago. It's the same shit. Why don't you just get it? And to be fair, the guy looked like he keeps himself in decent shape, but he just doesn't fucking think clearly.
Microsoft's hand shoved so far up their ass, working them like puppets. Like, just talk. Just say, hey, we got 4 fucking games. These are the games, right? Oh, well, and you know what? I'll give them this. The most honest they were during this entire thing, which again, this is why I couldn't believe this, where it's like, oh, we want to grow. You're damn right. Like, just
all his fan base is doing in the comment section is parroting what he say. This is why you want to sit in this shit for 7 hours. You want to sit in this shit for 7 hours and listen to this garbage. Oh God.
say it. Don't. Geez, there's a lot of stuff going on.
I'm done. I can't. I can't. He just he wastes my time. Oh, and let's update this. Let's see. What has he have to say? Moving on. Nothing. You looking for something today? Look at this. Lying. Look at all of this. Look at all these lies he was telling. Xbox telling. I'm not going to even click on this video. This fucker went, yo, VA hospital. Y'all need to step your game up. The VA hospital, y'all need to step your game up. This dude is a fucking alcoholic. I'm just playing. Let me stop. Let me stop. He just sounds and look like one. This is a Marine. Y'all don't leave a brother behind. Somebody come check on this boy. Somebody, one of his platoon mates, come check on your boy. The VA hospital, come on, y'all. Something got to give. This is a 47-year-old man, y'all. 47, or will be soon. He's a year older than me. He ain't got no sense. Look at that. But where's his response? Because he's going to have to walk all of this back. There's nothing that's come. I refreshed it. Nothing. Look at this. Look at this. He had all this to say. Xbox everywhere. No, where are you now? Where are you today? At least MBG, who wasted 7 hours of his life, at least he brought himself in front of the camera. Now you're probably writing the script in your brain to cope with this, like MBG did on the spot. Or maybe you're going to sit there and say you got 800 PlayStation 5 games like Dreamcast guy did. But where's he at? Where? Nothing. Quiet as a church house mouse. Let's go to Broken Games HDR. He spent 44 minutes, got in and got out. My nigga.
The Cliff Notes versions of all the details said in this video, and it's 22 minutes, so I'm glad they kept it short. So let's get right into it. Let's see what's said. Seen news, right? Does he mean like it was unforeseen that information leaked, or does he mean that these games going multi-plat was kind of like news for them, like they kind of didn't see that coming, like that happened, and it was a decision that happened.
Shout out to the one brother that I'm showing. This couldn't be my last one. The one brother I'm showing has a sensible analytic mind to this so far.
Happened above their head, and then they had to pivot with what they were originally going to talk about talk about on this show, and then change. I'm kind of wondering, I really want to know, is this Phil's decision, or is it Satya's decision, or all the higher up executives even above them? Because it seems like this kind of even caught them off guard. I'm just guessing. I'm not sure.
And he might be right. Hence the reason why I said earlier, they were going to address it on their own terms. This whole thing was planned since how long ago? Months ago. So, yeah.
Or I'm just wondering.
on the minds of a lot of people. We hear from the community, and that's an important input for us. So we made.
I'm going to say that's a problem sometimes with Xbox, is that they care about the input of the community. You can care about what the community says to a fault. And I think they care about that to a fault. Trying to like be the good guy, trying to be on the consumer side.
All right, Broken Game. I'm sorry, bro. If a community that doesn't sell a lot of consoles want to keep their fan base happy, they have to. They don't just senselessly buy shit just because it got a PlayStation logo on it. This is what is the case with PlayStation 5 this generation. It's so many fucking consoles, and what games do we have to show for it that are indigenous to PlayStation 5, that are first party, besides Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart, I can't even say God of War Ragnarok. That's on PlayStation 4. Horizon Forbidden West, PlayStation 4. We don't have many. So them not selling as many consoles as PlayStation, like, bro, it's common sense. And the way I'm explaining it make me think, y'all might look at me like, oh, this dude is pro Xbox. I'm pro gaming, and I'm pro anti-hypocrite. Bullshit.
Phil, sometimes you got to say fuck the community. I'm being honest. Sometimes you got to say fuck them and just do what you want.
And wait a minute. I take back what I said about him earlier. I take it back, bro. You done fucked up, bro. You done fucked up. All right, so I take it back. I'm gonna walk that one back. I'm gonna walk it back. I am, because Jim Ryan has done this same. He said, fuck y'all, and put out what he want to put out, and y'all supported it. Why? Because y'all respect him? Or y'all just mindless PlayStation fanboys who bought shit that had little support to no usage? And I'm talking about peripherals. He put out earphones before. And he announced Bluetooth headphones with the PlayStation Portable months back. And guess what? Your PlayStation Portable isn't compatible with them. I've already bought a Bluetooth headset, the one that fits over the ears. Why the fuck would I need those for? Especially if they don't work with the portal that you can't even really take out your house. Saying fuck the community. No. The community done saved Xbox. Them listening to the community have saved their asses. Let me tell you what happened before. I remember when they were trying to do away with what was that, gold before, and change the prices, and the fan base was like, no. Microsoft like, nope. And guess what? They grown from that point. They have grown from that point. Their subscriptions have grown from that point. Oh,
The decision that we're going to take 4 games to the other consoles, just 4 games, not a change to our kind of fundamental exclusive strategy. We're making these decisions for some specific reasons. We make every decision really with the long-term health of Xbox in mind.
So, my bad, my phone was ringing. So, he says it's going to be 4 games. Now, most people are speculating that those 4 games are Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded, right? A lot of people are speculating it's going to be those games. And he said that that these games were chosen to go multi-platform for a reason. Let me go back and see hear exactly what he said.
Not a change to our kind of fundamental other consoles.
he said
to grow the IP, because it's going to be hard for them to grow some of these IPs only on Xbox and also on PC. You know, that's going to be soothe them a little bit when he's saying it's only 4 games. Bro, 4 games is a lot. Let's be clear.
There are 4 games that are over a year old. See, they want those games. They want them. But that pride is a bitch, man. That pride's a bitch.
Right? If you wanted to like soften the blow a little bit, it would have been 1 or 2 games. You can't say, "Oh, it's 4 games," and then be like, "Oh, it's only 4." Bro, 4 games is freaking a lot of games to give away exclusivity for, right? So yeah, that's not softening the blow. But I have said myself, I don't think like these are not going to be like their tent pole pillar most important game.
Just as long as you know that broken games, just as long as you know that they're not going to be flagship titles or that, like you said, tentpole games, they're not going to be that.
It's not Halo, it's not Gears. They already confirmed it's not like Indiana Jones, and which he's gonna get to. So I don't think this is literally a big deal right now. It's just that it opens the floodgates, and what could happen is what could be a big deal, and what fans who are against this really have to worry about, because it's a slippery slope. These games, it's like, who cares? These are smaller IPs, smaller titles that they're trying to.
Thank you. At least somebody out of these 4 people I've shown you today. Well, 3.5, because Puerto Rock is hiding. He's hiding his turtle looking ass somewhere. Thank you. Thank you.
To grow, but the game.
Well, what was the criteria and
It's interesting that those 2 games are what she specifically named, because I think that's another method of like kind of soothing the fan base, and like
It's not. It is soothing the fan base, because people like Puerto Rock, MPG, Dreamcast Guy, and other people of their ilk have been running rampant with those lies. X, formerly known as Twitter, has been running rampant with these lies. And nobody knows how to take a L. Somehow they turn it around and gaslight the Xbox fanboys. That's all they do. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to even waste any more of your time. Or should
like
I? Hold on.
lessening the blow.
Decision that we make, anything we're going to talk about today, is the long-term health of Xbox. That we're running a growing platform that is reaching more players, big games.
Exclusivity is still very important and still very strong. And once again, if you look at Nintendo as your guide and your North Star, listen, they prove exclusives are still very important. They will always be what separate your brand, because there's really not anything else to separate your console from anything else.
Oh, and one more thing. Aren't PlayStation games eventually making their way to PC after the same time? So let me get you. I'm shocked that I miss saying this throughout the whole stream for the last hour and a half. PlayStation games have made their way to the PC. PlayStation games have made their way to the PC months after, maybe a year after, and you're getting on Xbox about 4 titles coming to your platform. When you send this stuff to the PC after its shelf life becomes questionable. I have nothing to say. My words have failed me. My words have failed me. I had to get through this. Sorry, people. So anyway, I don't really got much more to say. I really don't. It's 10:22. I'm going to take it down. I'm going to have me a late night snack. Well, it ain't that late, but I'm going to have me a late night snack. I'm probably have me a bowl of s'more cereal, or have me some milk and Oreos. No, I'm not. I can't pop an edible. I got to work tomorrow. I can't do that. And besides, I need to be 100% because I'm a Fury, so I can be the only outlaw in EMS, maybe. And a lot of people If you don't know what this means, it doesn't mean I'm a bad guy, that I do heinous shit on my ambulance. It's because that's my last name. My real last name is Outlaw. I can't make that shit up. So, because I do the search engine within the charting system of my jobs, there's no one else in EMS with the last name of Outlaw. So this has become my moniker. Not, I mean, like my catchphrase, the only outlaw in EMS. Okay? That's what that means. That's literally my last name. If you saw me in the Thunder Rosa video, you will see it on my shirt that says K Outlaw. I'll show you real quick. Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look for her. Let me look for a video. I'll go back because you'll see it on my shirt. Like, I can't make this up. Let's go to videos. Let's go back. I'm going to go all the way back in the meantime. So yeah, it's my actual last name. Let me go back. Two years ago, McFoley. Yep. And let's see. Let me see, where's he at? Where's it? Where? I'm trying to find it. Oh. Oh, God. All right. Where is it? I gotta find it. Remember, I had it, but she's put out so many videos, so it's kind of hard to keep track of it. But yeah, I find it. Let me. I gotta get back to it. Hold on. But yeah, take my word for it. It's my last name. Like I said, I can't make that up. Dynamite. Let me see. I remember it was a while ago. Yep. Can't find it. Anyway, take my word for it. Take my word for it. Oh, here it is. Hold on. If I can. This was 2 weeks ago. 2 years ago. That was New Year's Smash. That was 2 years ago. Yeah, I can't find it. I give up, y'all. I give up. Anyway, let me get back to what I was doing. It was cool. I then got through everything I needed to get through. There's so many more people to find, but those are 4 that come right to mind. Dreamcast Guy, MBG, Porter Rock, and Broken Games HDR. Broken Games isn't that bad. He isn't. I ain't saying that because be skin folk. I'm just saying, like, he admits to being that to him, gaming is a selfish hobby. So for him to say selfish shit isn't out of his own character. He has said it numerous times. Talking about fuck the fan base. You would say that. Would you say for Jim Ryan to do that? Would you ask for Jim Ryan to actually do some shit like that? Would you? No, you wouldn't. You were pissed off over the headset and the portal thing, but you want Microsoft to just outright just spill the beans. The hypocrisy, man. It's just, it's boy. Okay. Let's go here. Just looking. Let's go to vlogs. All right. Let's go to vlogs. Let's go all the way back. All right. I'm trying to get all this. As a matter of fact, let's go back here. Oh, hello. I've been trying to find this stuff, but I can't. View full play. All right, maybe. Year ago. Let's go back to 2 years ago. Let's see, New Year challenges. Maybe this is it right here.
EMT.
All right. Y'all want proof that that's my last name? You're going to get it right here. You're going to get proof that my last name is Outlaw. You can't make that up. And once again, thank you to Thunder Rosa for actually including me twice in her channels. And here I am.
Whichever one. All you got to do with that, baby, send us the right out. Come on, no baby. Problem.
Just keep watching.
So I'm here with, what's your name?
Kareem. And that is your boy right there, the only outlaw in EMS. Right there. This was very fun. This was my first AEW event I covered. And I just happened to see her peek her head out. This is the side of the stage. And I just happened to see her peek out. And I was like, hey, you Thunder Rosa. And she was like, yeah, I am. I was like, I just was watching your channel on my way here and stuff. And she was like, oh, will you be willing to say that for the camera? And I said, sure. And this was yes. This was yes. This was me. Yes, that was me. The only outlaw in EMS, y'all. And then, see?
Kareem. He is part of the EMT, not DMD, EMT. And what were you saying about my vlog?
And that was the paramedic who works central. That's Eric Southard. So, yeah, as you can see, that's me. My beard was a lot fuller then. It was a lot fuller, but I like that this one's a lot grayer. It's great. And then to see me again in July 2nd, let's go to a year ago. Let's see. Let's go. Is it birthday? Let's find it. Let's see. On birthday. And here I am again.
Seriously.
And here I am again. See? That's me right there. The O stands for outlaw, but now they make us change it. I got to do the first name and the last initial, but she is awesome. If you're a wrestling fan and you like women wrestlers, she's one of the best out there to do it. And this was before she came back from injury. And it happened. It didn't happen in New Jersey. Unfortunately, I couldn't see it. But
I'll be back. I'll be back soon. Sooner than later. Yeah, you're gonna be. I hope you're gonna be like cheering when I come out. Yes, of course. That makes sense. You remember? Yes, of course. That's why I have to put her on the vlog again. So thank you so much once again. It's just great being here.
See, that's what I do. That's what I do for a living, y'all. When I'm not out on the streets, I get details and credentials and I watch Devils games. Well, them just give us hope and just snatch it from us. That's what they do. Anyway, y'all, it's your boy Fury. It's been fun being here and just venting and letting out some of my frustrations. But anyway, have a good night, y'all. And hopefully I will see you guys again with the Furious Hounds podcast this coming weekend, maybe Sunday. All right.